Welcome everybody to Les Grossman Real Live Talk Show in the famous Las Vegas, Nevada.
I don't know, I think we should just get Les out here. What do you guys think?
And another one. Why you all in my ear? Talking a whole bunch of shit that I ain't trying to hear. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. I ain't playing around, make I ain't playing around. Make one buck's move, I take you down.
You. Hit that director in the face.
Buck's move, I take you down.
So what we want to do here initially is a couple shout outs. Lifetime friend, Shelley Kaplan. And we have an independent film producer here, David Gleason. Good friend. Associate Terry Wolf. And a very dear friend and sis who introduced Barbara Kessler. But of course, what would an event be without Miss Jennifer Young, president of the Les Grossman Real-Time Fan Club.
So we parted ways. I was gonna get back with him once I finished the script. However, I never got his number. I was like, okay, well, I'll find him on Google. And every time I Googled him, anything that came up was Tom Cruise. And everything Les Grossman is just Tom Cruise. And I was aggravated. But eventually I found him. And it took until December last year to find him. And I came across his website. And I said, hey, I'm done with this thing. And we were talking about it a little bit, but he said, hey, I am working on a movie right now, and I need a screenwriter. And I said, okay, I'll do it. The thing was, I was going to college, and he was living in Israel. So we ended up writing the screenplay over the course of this year, 8,000 miles apart. And it was a miracle. We got it done, but we got everything done. And we got a finished product now, and here we are. We'll see where it goes.
Terrific. Terrific.
Les Grossman.
Thanks, Justin. Good stuff. I'm going to add an extra attraction to that. In the course of meeting Justin and getting familiar with his work, was some comedy skits were requested, and one of them, the first one, actually, was about two guys. They were meeting in a doctor's office because they had taken Viagra and they had erections for over 4 hours. Whoa. And, but of course the buxom, well, over 4 hours, I don't know, don't the commercials say something about seeking medical advice? You missed that commercial. All right, well, that's one way of looking at it, but I don't know, it seems I've heard that ad's played about 5 million times, where anything over 4 hours, seek medical attention. And that's what these two gentlemen were doing. But of course, there's a real buxom nurse, the doc's nurse, she's helping out big time. And essentially, after rolling on the floor for a while, get up and get to Justin and say, you're hired. Done deal. Sweet and simple. This chief rabbi from Jerusalem. He goes to Rome, he goes to the Vatican to visit the Pope. And he sees this big, giant red phone on the Pope's desk. He says, Pope, what's up with the big red phone? And the Pope says, it's a direct line to God. The rabbi says, oh, really? How much is the call? Pope says, $1,000. Rabbi looks, cash, peels off 10 Ben Franklins, makes the call. The following year, the Pope is visiting the chief rabbi in Jerusalem. And sure enough, there's a red phone on the rabbi's desk also. Not quite as big as the one, the Pope had, but it's noticeable. So the Pope asks the rabbi, hey, what's up with the red phone? The rabbi says, it's a direct line to God. And the Pope says, oh, really? How much is the call? And the rabbi says, 50 cents. The Pope says, whoa, why so little? And the rabbi tells him it's a local call.
Who else got a question? Raise your hand. I'll bring the mic right to you.
Mr. Gleason over here's already asked the question.
Okay, yeah, what's the question
And
tonight,
the question is, how LG hooked up with Led Zeppelin?
Oh, okay.
That's what we want to hear, man. How did the man make it happen?
All right, it was sweet and simple. It was doing concerts in Washington, D.C., where the office was in Georgetown, and have a minority interest in a brand new bar opening by the name of Apple Pie. Oh, and check this out. This is a little historical side bit. The Apple Pie was the first club on the East Coast to open with its own independent sound system. Can you imagine?
Hey, that's a big deal right there, man. Can we some love for that?
Huge.
Well, okay.
Thank you. Prior to that, the sound system in any establishment was the jukebox. You all remember those days, huh?
Raise your hand. Everybody remember the jukebox? I remember the jukebox. I remember the jukebox. Okay.
That was the
I
sound
see you guys.
system. Right on. So guess what? The boy who is installing this sound system comes over to LG and says, hey, Les, I've just come back from London. I'm friends with this band, and I have a pre-release of their first album. And I know you're all about that, doing all the concerts you're doing. We arranged to go up to an apartment in Georgetown to have a listen. And LG gets halfway through the second tune and walks to the phone like a robot, calling the Big Apple, the Connect there, real simple. Buy Led Zeppelin. All
What's
right.
your favorite topic, man? Go ahead and let them know.
I'm gonna okay. LG's four fave topics are politics, sex, race, and religion.
Oh, okay. That's a thing you got a question, buddy?
Yes, sir.
I want to know what happened to the wife that you were supposed to get when you went to Israel. Where are my grandbabies?
Woo! Okay, well, that's a great question, but the eyes are open.
Okay, so what brings you to Las Vegas? I'm new here, so I want to know.
Adore Las Vegas. I moved to Las Vegas from Florida in the mid to late 90s. With wild horse enthusiasts. It's actually wild horses brought LG to Nevada.
What is your favorite part of the movie that's going to come out? What are you looking forward to the most?
The action. Okay, well, first of all, the name of the movie is Les Grossman, the pre-sequel. Pre-sequel. Who's seen that word before?
Politics. Let's talk about politics.
All right,
Okay.
I love politics as a hobby,
Okay, did you vote today?
but of course.
What did it cost to get the Porsche to Jamaica?
Woo! What a great question. Woo! This man did his reading.
They want to know why you're so famous, man. They want to know how did you become the person you are. What was the motivation that pushed you, man?
Wow. Wow, didn't ever really think about it from that angle.
Les, you should have spent more time in Chicago.
The overnight in the parking lot and in the
There
car.
wasn't enough time. You needed to spend more time in Chicago.
I knew that at the time.